Maria Holder Diabetes Center.
It's Saturday, the 29th of November, 9 o'clock on VOB, and it's time for 15 diabetic-friendly minutes, all brought to you by the Barbados Diabetes Foundation. And tomorrow, the 30th of November is...
God bless me, my Independence Day!
Independence Day! So this morning, we'll be doing a special Beijing edition show.
So who else can be part of this independent show with you, Bo?
I'm actually going to talk about the topic of diabetes remission and diabetes improvement through lifestyle changes.
Dr. Diane Brathwaite with some good Beijing health advice. Whether you eat your conkeys with or without raisins, you might be wondering,
can I eat conkeys if I'm living with diabetes?
If this question has been keeping you up at night,
can I eat conkeys if I'm living with diabetes?
Dietitian Victoria Cox has the answer for you in this Beijing edition show with the compliments of the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program, and the bank that whether you like raisins in your conkeys or not, they can make your financial dreams a reality. Republic Bank.
Dream a dream and watch it become a reality. You can do anything. Pull up a chair, come sit and come share with Republic Bank. You can do anything. Yes, we're the one for you, making dreams come true. We're the one for you, your partner for life. We're the one for you, Republic Bank.
If you are diabetic or pre-diabetic and you need diabetic services, but you need to make your dollar stretch no further than the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. For vascular, podiatry and diabetic eye screening services or consultations with diabetes doctors and nurses, call 417-0305 today. The Maria Holder Diabetes Center, located in Warren St. Michael. They can save your life and save you money, but members get 10% off.
A good Beijing Saturday morning, VOBers. It's Peter Boyce here as we celebrate tomorrow 59 years of Barbados independence and the ending of Diabetes Awareness Month, where the Maria Holder Diabetes Center participated in a marathon of activities. You hear that Beijing word there? A marathon of activities all throughout the month, and of course they will continue to offer quality diabetic services all through December right into 2026. So whether you are diabetic or pre-diabetic, or you might want to check to see if you are diabetic, the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, located in Warren St. Michael, just behind Eunice Gilson Polyclinic, is where you should be headed. Telephone 417-0305. Yeah, I see a telephone and the phone start ringing. Hello? Yeah, the phone's right here. Morning. I have this here question for dietitian Victoria Cox. Is it dependence and I is a conky lover. Whether they got any raisins or not, I love them. I am a big conkyist. But what I would like to know is, if I is diabetic, how does that impact on me eating conkeys tomorrow?
So with independence coming up, everybody's question is going to be on, can I eat conkeys if I'm living with diabetes? And the reality is, like anything, conkeys are going to fall into the category essentially of a dessert or a snack that does have in sugar. So ultimately, yes, it is probably going to have some kind of effect on blood sugar. Not necessarily a favorable effect, but of course you still want to enjoy, special treats once in a while. In terms of being able to make them potentially a little bit healthier, as with anything, you can experiment with trying to use less sugar in your recipe, maybe even less raisins if you put raisins in there, because that is still just natural sugar, and natural sugar is still sugar. And potentially also just making them smaller, so having a smaller portion essentially, because you have made a smaller version of a conky and then you stick to just one at a time, so you're technically taking in less in that moment if you stick to just one, because otherwise, the other components of the conky, even outside of the sugar and the raisins, are still going to have carbohydrate in them. A little bit of flour, obviously some cornmeal or corn flour. These things are carbohydrates that will turn into sugar. So overall, it's something that you don't want to overdo. But for sure, if they can be made with a little bit less sugar and less raisins and just made a little bit smaller, that's probably the best bet for making them an overall more blood sugar friendly option.
I hope everybody hear that. Make when a conky smaller. And remember to make an appointment with Victoria Cox and get a personalized meal plan to help you achieve your health goals. And speaking of achieving your health goals, do you know who else can help you do that? Dr. Diabra Fit, diabetes specialist with the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, who is coming up next. Morning, Dr. D.
Hello, good morning. Happy Saturday. And I want to take the chance and the opportunity to wish everyone listening, everyone in Barbados, a very happy Independence Day tomorrow. I want everybody to be safe. I'm wishing you this from the management and the staff of Barbados Diabetes Foundation. I always take the chance at Independence to reflect on what it means and the process that got us here. I always like to think about our ancestors who worked so hard to have the privileges that we have today, and sometimes the privileges that we take for granted. And I think that is something that really shouldn't be done, because people really worked very hard and they went without to make a better life for us. So I think just to honor them and their hard work and their sacrifices, we deserve to live in a way that honors them and that makes Barbados better and that makes ourselves better. So today, what am I going to talk about? I'm actually going to talk about the topic of, I think, diabetes remission and diabetes improvement through lifestyle changes. I think this is a really big topic. What we're really facing in Barbados and the wider Caribbean is a massive expansion and boom in diabetes. And the question is why is this happening? A lot of it, the majority, is type 2 diabetes, and a lot of it, if you're going to be honest, is driven by lifestyle and other factors. Lifestyle is a bigger discussion than just, like what you eat. It's a very big discussion. We've discussed it before. It's thinking about your nutrition, your diet, your physical activity. It's thinking about things like sleep and stress management. It's thinking about things like recreational use of alcohol, smoking. So it's things like that, basically. But what I want to do today is I want to give you just some little tidbits of information. So diabetes remission is a word that a lot of people hear floating about. And around the world, we're really looking at it from the perspective of, is this the way to manage diabetes? And we can discuss that. It can take a while to discuss. Now let me just share some quick facts about diabetes remission. Diabetes remission can occur in persons with type 2 diabetes, not type 1 diabetes. You cannot put type 1 diabetes into remission. Type 2 diabetes through lifestyle changes, very intensive lifestyle changes. But the reality is that the chances of being successful in remission are higher if you've had diabetes for less than 7 years, and definitely if you've had it for less than 2 years. So this is why I always push, go and get your diabetes screening, because if you pick it up very early, your chances of going into remission are actually much higher. And from somebody who's had it for a longer period of time, or they've had it and they've been undiagnosed, diabetes remission they found is also higher in younger persons, in persons who are not using insulin, who've had diabetes, as you mentioned before, for a shorter duration. So go and get your screening to put yourself in that position of power. Diabetes remission is not a cure, however. You have to continue to monitor your blood glucose, and that's because weight is a very complex concept. It's not just a matter of, oh, you're overweight, you're obese because you eat too much food. There are people who eat less food than myself who might be considered obese. And so sometimes things like genetics factor into it, hormones, sleep, what stage you are in your life. Are you a woman who maybe is in your perimenopause or menopause where you're experiencing weight gain although you're doing nothing different at all? It's a complex topic, but we're going to discuss this, I think, over the next few sessions, not too many, and I will go into much more detail, I think, on the topic. Diabetes remission has been shown possible in persons who are more likely to go into remission if they lose anywhere generally from between 10 to 15% of the body weight if they are obese, and we say that is if the BMI is 30 and over, and if they're overweight, it would be half that amount, so maybe 5 to 7.5% of the body weight. And why that makes a difference difference is because when you're losing that type of weight, oftentimes you're losing body fat. And the real problem with type 2 diabetes is increased fat in the organs of the body, such as the liver, the pancreas, and the muscle cells. So when you lose that weight, you're actually losing fat out of the liver, out of the pancreas, out of the muscle cells, and you're making your insulin function more effectively if you have type 2 diabetes or if you have a state of insulin resistance. So what I'm going to say for today is do not underestimate the value in losing body fat. And generally, in Barbados and across the world, a lot of persons carry more body fat than they need to, and you need to understand that body fat is not just a reflection of fat on your bottom or on your tummy. It's a reflection of fat sitting inside your organs, which help to regulate your blood sugar and which help to regulate how well your insulin works or it doesn't. We're going to dive deeper into this conversation next week, where I'm going to share some more facts based on research in very large numbers of people. So once again, happy Independence Weekend. But remember, on this show, we are about you being in the driver's seat and taking charge and taking control, not just of your diabetes, but whatever NCDs you're living with. Diabetes remission does not only put diabetes into remission, it can put blood pressure into remission. You can also put high cholesterol states into remission for some persons, not everybody. So remember, this conversation is about tackling NCDs, not just diabetes. Happy weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye, Dr. D. As we go into our Belgian Independence Saturday song of the day, this is Edwin Yearwood of Crossfire with Doing This Again. Celebrating 59 years of independence and Diabetes Awareness Month compliments the Maria Holder Diabetes Center and Republic Bank.
Baby, we've got one more notch in time. It's the nation's birthday and we feeling fine.
The Maria Holder Diabetes Center.
Every time it comes around, we'll have a ball. That's why I'm doing this again. Proving this again. Doing this again. Proving this again. Doing this again. Singing out happy birthday to my land.
The Maria Holder Diabetes Center.
History was written way back then. This time came a long way and we still moving. It's ours. Young and old embracing now as one. We can't take for granted this celebration. I'm doing this again.
Just about a couple months ago, Diabetes Foundation, they had called me, Dr. Prophet, send the message that they were doing the eye screening program, and I went and I had my eyes done, both me and my fiance, and I can say that I was well satisfied with what they did with the result. Right now the cataract is under control. I would say yes, that is very good. It's very good for diabetic.
In 2025, the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, located in Warren St. Michael, with their diabetic eye screening, vascular screening, and podiatry services, offers a standard of diabetic services that equals or surpasses any you might receive internationally at a price that everyone can afford. So if you are diabetic or pre-diabetic and listening to VOB right now, call and make an appointment to get your eye screened for diabetic retinopathy by calling 243-3937. Or if you are having vascular or circulation issues or need to see a podiatrist or nutritionist, call 417-0305. The last 15 minutes you heard on VOB was brought to you with the compliments of the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program, Republic Bank, and the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. Until next time,
Diabetes doubles your risk of heart disease. Know your numbers today.
Did you know nearly 1 in 5 adults in Barbados have diabetes? Did you know diabetes is one of the leading causes of vision loss in the world? Regular eye screening can save your eyes. Contact the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program today at 243-3937.
Dream a dream and watch it become a reality. You can do anything. Pull up a chair, come sit and come share with Republic Bank. You can do anything. Yes, we're the one for you, making dreams come true. We're the one for you, your partner.
And I want to take the chance and the opportunity to wish everyone listening and everyone in Barbados a very happy Independence Day tomorrow.
The Maria Holder Diabetes Center.